Extreme Foolishness TV here. Today I'll be talking to you guys about what's going on with the Kyle Rittenhouse case and how prosecutors can't find him, in my legal opinion, in my extreme foolishness opinion. Let's go. This is Extreme Foolishness TV. This is where I talk about extreme foolishness in the political world and popular news culture. Today I'll be talking to you guys about Kyle Rittenhouse. I've done a lot of videos about Kyle Rittenhouse, but today I'll be focusing on why the prosecutors are moving to have him arrested. We know that Kyle Rittenhouse is charged with murder in Kenosha, Wisconsin, and he was somehow able to raise the $2 million bond needed to get out. But the problem was that after he got out, he was seen at a bar drinking alcohol with his mom and doing white supremacy signs with some members of the Proud Boys, a reputed white supremacist group. But that's not the issue. After that, the prosecutors moved for his bond to be modified. And his bond was modified, saying that, he should not associate with white supremacist group. He should stay out of bars and stay from alcohol. Fine. But when he got released, when you get released, you have to put your address on the release documents, your bond documents. And as part of the condition of any bond, in just by any court in the United States, at least in Georgia that I know of, you have to agree that if you move out of your house or the address that you gave the court, you have to update the court of your new address. Well, Kyle Rittenhouse has apparently moved out of the house that he notified the court that he was going to be staying. So the prosecutors tried to serve a hearing notice at the house that was listed on his release papers, on his bond documents. But apparently it was undeliverable because Kyle Rittenhouse has moved out of the house, which is a direct violation of his bond orders. So the prosecutors are now moving to revoke his bond and ask the judge to issue an arrest warrant. But the crazy thing is that his defense lawyers filed a response saying that Kyle Rittenhouse moved without notifying the court of his new address because he is scared for his life, he's facing a threat. I'm like, are you different from any other criminal defendant? This sounds like white privilege here. Because I can't think of any criminal defendant violating a bond order, not updating the court and the prosecutors of your address when you move. And when they move to revoke your bond and issue ask for an arrest warrant for you, your attorneys are now responding saying, oh, you just unilaterally moved out of your house without notifying the court because you're scared for your life. Even if you're scared, you can ask them not to disclose your address, but you still have to notify the court. So this is a violation of the bond order. And now nobody knows where he is. And the question now is that the judge most likely will issue an arrest warrant for him because you cannot disrespect a court order. It's a court order. If he had an issue with updating his address because he was scared for his life, his lawyers knew what to do. All they had to do was file a motion to modify his terms of release, and that will have been modified. You have a hearing, you tell the judge, hey, he's having death threats or he's scared for his life. He will not like his address to be made public. But you still have to notify the court and the prosecutors. You cannot get around that. That is the way it works. He doesn't get to decide how the rules work. He has to follow the rules. So this kid sometimes thinks that he's above the law. And I hope the judge revokes his bond, sends him back on the hammer, and let him stay there till he gets his trial. He's entitled to a trial. If he gets acquitted, that's fine. If he gets convicted, let him serve his time. But you do not get to decide how the rules work. You get to follow the rules. You get to follow a court order. And I hope the judge revokes his bond and locks him up so that next time all the people watching will know that you have to follow the court order. And his lawyers know better. And right now, if the judge issues an arrest warrant, he has to turn himself in, otherwise he'll be a fugitive. But let me know what you guys think. Do you think that this Kyle Rittenhouse doesn't get it? Why do you think that he feels he can just move without notifying the court of his new address, despite his bond documents and his release documents specifically saying that he has to notify the court if he moves from his house or his residence? Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Drop a comment. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to this channel and give this video a thumbs up, like this video. And I think this whole thing where Kyle Rittenhouse thinks that he can just move and violate a court order, his release, terms of his release, is extreme foolishness. But anyway, you guys, say no to the drama, stay away from the extreme foolishness, and most importantly, say no to extreme foolishness.